hello.
I hate the camera on my Okay guys, welcome to Live Forex Trading with me, Peter Crow. Monday to Friday from 8 AM, trading gold, NAS100 and EURUSD. Every trade is tracked with its own YouTube link. Nothing comes on this logbook without its own YouTube link, and that's the stats so far on a 50k prop account. Okay, so we're going to see what we're going to catch today, but firstly, Dan, let's go over our trades from yesterday.
Nice.
So, guys, we had two trades on yesterday. We had a gold hit 14 to 1, which we marked up. And then NAS didn't quite hit its TP, but still. So this is the NAS one. And just for transparency purposes, guys, I'll show you the logbook. February. So that's the NAS one there. I took $190 from it. If you have a look at my MT5, there's the NAS one. Okay. There's the gold one. Okay. Which are on there. So NAS and gold are on there now. So the NAS one was a just 5.5 to 1, which is beautiful. I took 90% out here. So that, well, actually, my full TP was I obviously I closed out there basically, and then gold actually went for a 14.5 to 1. Believe it or not. Was absolutely beautiful. Now I didn't stay in for the whole of it. I actually got out on this spike and round about that area. But yeah, it did go and hit our TP. It even pushed further, but we can't look at that. We can't look at it. Oh my god, I could have got more. Right? But it just smashed our TP, which is very, very sexy trade. So absolutely flying now. So stats as we stand. We're now back in profit for February, and we're over 1%, which is fantastic. Okay, and remember, between 1 and 3% every month puts you in the top 1% of traders in the world. Okay, now I'm on a 50k account just for obviously people on YouTube, and to get into prop firms, 50k account is a perfect standpoint to start. It's cheap enough to buy, and you're still going to get some decent money if you do okay with them. Okay, so yeah, absolutely smashing it. So, how are you, Dan? How are you feeling after yesterday?
Great.
Good. Should we do
one day though? Just do the same today.
Exactly.
Same possibly tomorrow.
Oh, we're gonna have another 15 to 1 today. I tell you what, we've been catching some big moves, haven't we?
We have.
Well, we have, but you've just had a bit of bad luck. Bit of bad luck with yours. But yeah, we've been catching some real corkers. Right, okay, so should we do top down? If you're watching on TikTok, head over to YouTube, like and subscribe to the channel, and you can watch the charts from there. So let's do a top down on gold then. So what we're seeing is monthly still got, we're halfway through the month, so technically.
Can you share your screen with me?
Yeah. Anything for you, Dan. Anything.
Thanks, buddy. Starting on gold.
Yes, we're on gold, yeah. So monthly can still do anything. Okay, we're getting a wick fill now. I would imagine 50% of this wick filled at least, even if it flips back bearish, which we've nearly done that. So it doesn't really help. Then weekly, we did create a minor structure now, and it is just a minor until we reject from there again, right? And that's this area here. So we haven't technically broke out, and the weekly closed bullish but didn't break above there. So that means this weekly can do anything. It can close doji, it can close bearish, it can break out. If it does break out, fantastic, we'll wait for a bottom wick and then we can take buys up. If it closes doji, then I would be expecting price to come back down, or even if it flips bearish, I'd expect to come back down as well. But at the moment, the weekly's probably not helping us. We've got to come down the time frames again. Now, yesterday, if you remember what I said, is we had closed nest play on the previous daily. Okay, we closed nest play. Now we were unsure whether we needed a steeper bottom wick on this daily. I wanted a steeper bottom wick, but we knew that we could still go without one, but we sort of wanted one. But the nest plays played out technically because we've now broke the highs, and that was our trade yesterday. It was basically just off a daily nest play, and the nest plays, this bearish daily, did not close back below this level. So technically this was just a break, a retest to continue. Now the thing we've got now though is, what range are we in? Well, we're in this range on the daily. That's the range we're in there. So therefore, where should we be going? Well, technically we should be coming up to fill the rest of the range on the dailies. But how is it going to fill it? Is it going to trickle up like this? Blue and black, all the way up, or are we going to get one big candle up? Normally what we would do is get our information and what's going to happen from previous data. But the only previous data we've got is this one, because this is the only time where gold has came into these areas, came through these areas. So if we look left, what's happened when we look left? Well, we had a bearish closure. So let's say that's that one. Okay. Then we had a big bullish closure. We didn't get that. And then we had another big bullish closure. So 2 daily candles to get up there. Okay, so I would call that a pretty clean traffic range up. But the downside is it's only happened once. So probability wise, it's literally 50-50 if it's going to happen. Like 100% of the time, yes, it pushes through, but it's only happened once. So it makes it really difficult now. So we can't really use that. We've got to go off what we're seeing on lower time frames, because yes, we've closed bullish here. There's nothing stopping this candle being the one that comes back down and breaks back below. Yeah. Now it's the same as yesterday. I would still prefer another retest of this zone to drive up. So I am a bit cautious with this daily. I would like to see this daily come back down, and then I'd probably be really interested in taking buys above. But at the moment, yeah, this daily can do anything. It can do anything. It can fake out back to the downside, or it can flip to the upside. If we act upon what we see, technically, this daily, we've had a bottom wick. This daily should flip to the upside to start pushing. And because you clean traffic this side, you could probably, if you wanted to stay safe, just have a buy stop above the daily, the previous daily. I wouldn't do it here, reason being, this daily's got enough time to come back up, tap, activate you, and then flip back down. So if anything, I would have it above that and stops maybe below the previous daily. So that's something you could look at. I would much prefer though this daily coming down to test this previous wick first, and then I would move my buy stop above the body once I've came to test the previous wick. So that's what I would be interested in. But if we're looking at maybe the daily could flip to the upside, could we not just look at price as it's pushing down or closing back into ranges where we get some sort of fake out back in, and then we take the fake out to come up. Basically what we done yesterday, you know, we were anticipating the fake out, which was quite difficult because people were like, why are you taking a buy there when everything's bearish? Like, because I know the pair, I know what it does, I know it fakes you out, I know it fucks you over quite a lot. So yeah, so daily basically can still come and create a steeper bottom wick, but it can also flip and drive to the upside. Now, so if we come down the time frames and we mark up the forward ranges, so I would say we've got a forward range there, and we've got another forward range here now. I'll prefer that one. At least you're tapping that. Yeah. So we've now filled the range as such. So the forwards fill the range. What range are we in? Well, we're in between this and this. and we came up, filled the range in with the body of the candles, just like what we said yesterday. We were down here, if you remember. I said the 4 hour hasn't came up yet. 4 hour needs to come up. 4 hour came up, exactly what we said could happen. But now we're tapping this level. Okay, so we're now tapping this level. So the only thing we've got to go off really is this and this. That's the only 2 areas we've got to go off. What happens to price in these 2 areas? Well, this one closed above and then faked out straight back down to retest this level. And that's exactly what I want. I want the daily to come back down to retest this level. If we flick back to the daily, that's the level I would love for us to tap. That would give me a lot more confidence that when we do flip, there's no reason to come back down. We're just going to drive straight up. Okay. So if we know, if we go back to the 4 hour, if we go back to the 4 hour, we know we can get a clean drop down from here, right? Then could we say that this wick here, let me get to these lines. So what we're trying to do is trying to find a pattern. We had a random wick up there, could that be that? And then he came back down, right, to these levels. Then this came all the way down to these levels, or you can say these levels. And then you printed bullish. So could we say this is this? And if the answer is yes, then the next 4 drove down. Why didn't we drive down? We only drove to here and printed bullish. Why? That's what we've got to ask. Why did we do that? So when it's different like this, when it's different data, it's not quite right. This is where you've got to be very careful, because you're not finding a pattern of what price does. So what could we say price is going to do now? Well, we could say, well, maybe we're on this one and we don't need to do this. Maybe this was news, okay, and we don't actually need to do this. So where does this one pull back to then? Well, this one pulls back to here. And if we mark that up, if we look what's happened with price on the right hand side, after we tap these levels, look where price is tapped. So what happens to price next? Well, you tap this and you drive it. So could we not? You've got 2 candles here, both with no top wicks on a 4 hour, which is quite rare. Could we not just get a buy stop on the 4 now? Buy stop on the 4, we've got an advantage point. There's no top wick on that 4. Could we not just take that? Yeah, we potentially could. This win back would have been lovely though. Yeah, I do. I like that. So we could have a potential buy stop above the 4 shortly, if we're on this one. We've already done a bottom weight. The 3, the 2. The 2's got 2 hours left of it. You printed bearish on the 2. Broke below all these lows. Bearish on the 2. So the 4 looks like it could flip to the upside and drive back up. The 3 looks the same. You printed bullish, but you could potentially be on a nest play here on the 3. So the 3 level for me is this. That's the 3 level here. And the 3 is closed back in, closed bullish, hasn't broken yet. You've still got 2 hours left of it. So maybe if you got a 3 closed back in, you can look at the pies. Or if you get a 2 closed back above, that's the 2 range here. I would probably say that's a 2 range. You broke back in, you haven't closed back below yet. You need a bullish closure. You'd want a 2 closed back above this. If you got a 2 closed back above this, you'd look at buy straight away, but I might be just getting a buy stop off the 4 here. This 4 could drive up. And if it's going to drive up, there's 2 hours left of the 4. It's going to happen with this 2-hour candle. This one would, it's got no bottom wick though, it's a bit of contradiction there. This 4 would be the one what does that. So, the 1 hour's next to close. So what could we do with the 1? If we can find a 1 zone. So the 1 hasn't closed above yet. You guys are lashing down. Does not stop raining here. So you've got 2 options. You can just get a buy stop above the 4, but I would have it above this wick. Right, that's one option. Or you could wait for an hour close above here. Bear in mind you've got no bottom wick here. An hour close above, but then I would need a bottom wick to take the no bottom wick, and then I'd have a buy stop above the 1 to come up. That's what I'd be interested in. One close. The 4 looks lovely though. I mean, let me check the 4 on. Doesn't really show. Check the 4 on my MT5. Yeah, so the 4's not the same really. Interesting. So this 2 can flip, the 1 can flip. The 1's technically closed nest play to the downside. But it doesn't really matter because of all this mess. So you probably need a 1 close below that. Need a bottom wick. Need a bottom wick. Stop speed. Tricky. I'm trying to see if we can get in around here. The buy's up. 15 minute close. And surely. We might have a buy stop off the 4 hour, right? Let's say that. Need a bottom wick here. So the 15 could easily just drop with this next 15. Back ahead here. Stops. Or do we need to do this? This is the thing we're trying to work out. Are we on this one where we come down to here? That would make sense with a daily. Or are we on this one? We broke all the lows. Do we need to come down to break some lows? Or was that the liquidity grab? This is just a pullback in order to continue with the daily. The 4 looks beautiful. The 4's got no top wick. Even if you want to drive down, you would imagine this 4 would need a top wick. What I don't want to do is get in too prematurely, get activated and get took down if we need to come down. So we've got to be very careful around here, us just getting in. 2 looks like it's going to flip here. Can the 2 come down? Need a bottom wick on the 1 and the 2. That's a 30 range there. Look at this. That's a 30. We could even take I need, what it is, this is the only thing put me off getting in for buys, no bottom wick. I need a bottom wick to the body at least. If we can come back down on the lower time frames, like this, like this. 50's not broke out yet though. So do we need to come back down to here? That's the daily area. We need to work out whether we're going to push down like this or whether we're going to be flipping to break the highs. And we're in the area where what's going to make the decision. This is what's difficult now. The 4's got an hour and a half left. 4 did close back. Or is that one to here? Then we print bullish. Not much of a top wick. Do we need to come back down? Oh! Start tower zone, lovely. I would imagine though, if you've done a flip on the 4, you're gonna have to come to this level. Could we not just get a buy stop off the 4? But if the 4 is gonna flip, there's only an hour and a half left of it. That means this hour, how's this, the way this is going, this hour hasn't walking out to the upside. Minutes left of it. Just take an hour close above this. If the hour closes above that, then it's going to drop straight back down. Hour close above, you come back into the airs. That's not ideal. What's about stats? What's about stats then? What's about stats? Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do, Dan. Going to the 15-minute range. If we get a 15-minute close above this, right, then the next 15-minute range, it looks like has to come this high. So that is a bit of an advantage point. 15 to come through, as in the body of the candles, it looks like. Tricky one here, guys. Tricky one. Because you either shoot up or you shoot down. And it doesn't really give you a chance where you get a nice break and then pull back and then you get your buy stops, sell stops on. All that good stuff. But we have got a potential. We take the 4. Can the 4 flip? That's the question. But if it's going to flip, is it going to flip and drive up? Maybe we're going with this one. This one broke 4. Okay. Let's leave that for a bit. Let's see how the hour's going to close. 30 minutes. Can the 30 just pop up with a new 30? That's a question. 15 looks like it's coming back down. Okay, we've got that bottom wick on the 15 now. That's gone. That means the hour's got its bottom wick. 33 minutes left. It's the 5 like, oh, 5 no top wick. We might have a swoop entry on. These 5's got to. Sorry, tapped it. So I missed it. A little wing back area here. This. We could maybe take that, go risk free quick. It's already tapped it down. It's already tapped it.
It's already tapped it.
We come back down again. The thing with trading, things just pop out. So you just gotta keep watching. 15's about to close. So the 15's closing bearish, right? So the range the 15's in still. Between this and say this. So with a bearish 15 down. So does that mean the next 15 is going to come down? Guys, for maybe the hour. Here's a potential wing back buy, but it's just risky. The 5's got no top weight command, so that's nice. Well, this 5 would be breaking out. No, it wouldn't. Yeah, right like that. Taps, I'm gonna love that. Very nice. Looks lovely, but the 30's going to close and the 15's going to close. They're obviously going to close bearish. That's not for me. That is not for me. Right. Could we look at buys around here? The 30, there's a little range here where we're close respecting. 30 tends to come through. No bottom wick, are you winding me up? I was thinking there maybe we could take the sellers down. Not now. Not now. Yeah, that wing back wouldn't have worked. Look at that. No bottom wick and no top wick. This is naughty. Okay. Okay, if this candle comes down without a top wick, I don't think it will get to this level, but if it does, I think I'd be interested in one back buy. stops for me. That. So that's the 30 there. Tap. Pull back. That gives us enough time to get out. Unless this is the 4 driving down, which it still can because there's an hour and a half left of this 4. And if we look left, you get a bullish closure and then the 4 drops. We had a bullish close. Could this drop? The 1's flipped. Or hasn't closed yet. This one, oh, maybe that wing back wouldn't be right. Wing back would probably have to be that. I think we need to wait for the 1. I'm going to leave this marked up though. I mean, if this 15 can get to here, I'll put a sneaky swoop entry on. Only because of this, no bottom wick and no top wick. There's a great reason, and this didn't break a high, so there's a great reason to come back to this level. So I'd imagine even if you're tapping this, you're still going to have to retest these levels. It's very rare you see that. Can we tap this level though? This would be off the hour. Yeah, only if the 15 gets down. I would probably need this 15. Then the 15 would have to close respecting this. So I'm going to be getting in for a wing back buy here. Right, I'm going to be low risk because we could easily drive straight through as well. That's the downside. So I'm going to be $100, which is low risk for me. This 15 has to tap it though. And if we're right, we could have a good risk to reward here. Because if we do flip on the 4, fantastic. We are in the money, young man.
Young man.
If this flips back up, this idea might be gone. This would be basically the 1 hour coming down, tapping, put back, and then the drive up. Yeah, so 25 minutes. You could still have a wing back buy. Tell you what, we're going to set an alert here in case we come up. It's either buys above, right, or it's buying from these levels. So I'll leave my MT4 so I can keep an eye on it. Okay, so that's what we've got going on. Second entry, I would take that as well. Same lot. which if I'm risking $100 on this one, this would be about $8. Okay, so we're going to set an alert here, and then we're going to do a top down on NAS. Happy, Dan? Happy?
Habis.
Okay, so let's do NAS 100. So monthly bullish. So this monthly can flip bullish at any point, but hasn't broke out of any range. We have got structure on both sides now, but they're just minor levels. 1, 2. Okay, so we got support. Let's say resistance, support. Okay, and then this one can do anything at the moment. Then we come down to the weekly, and we have got a weekly range which is between here and exactly where we are now. Right, so this is a weekly range, been stuck in it for weeks, up and down, up and down. Then the weekly it broke out to the downside, right? So if we get a fake out back in the weekly and we close like that, I'm very excited. And the reason I'm very excited is because what price tends to do when you sort of consolidate like this, the reason it's consolidating is to create liquidity either side. What tends to happen is price will pop out one way, then push the opposite. That's what tends to happen. Okay, so it'll pop out, grab all the liquidity what's below here, and then it'll tend to push the other way, and that'll be the direction. Okay, sometimes on gold especially, sometimes it'll do that, grab all the liquidity here, and then it'll go the opposite. Right? So that means everyone who was in here gets bloody cooked, as the kids say. Cooked. Right? And then it'll go the direction it wants to go. So what that means is we've now had this push down, we broke some nice lows, so we've definitely got liquidity now if we do come back up to break these highs. So there's my advantage point now. It's now just created an advantage point, but the weekly hasn't closed back in yet. Right, the weekly hasn't closed back in yet, so we would have to wait till Friday, or if we can goals come up and give that top wick. If we look at previous data and go, okay, how far can this weekly push? Well, this weekly only sort of pushes to there, which is where we've already been. This one came all the way through, so could we come all the way through? Potentially. What day are we on today? Thursday, aren't we? So it means we've only got today and tomorrow to absolutely drive if it's going to push all the way through. So I'm just not sure it's going to push all the way through. I'm not sure there's enough time. And previous date, I mean, there's a one there, there's another one there. So I think this daily could probably end up closing in and around here. So if we think the daily is probably going to end up closing in and around there, what are we going to do today with this? We've already been up there, so we'd probably just end up doing this for the next 2 days, and then close, and then next week open up bottom wick to then push. But now I'm aiming all-time highs at that point. So yeah, I don't know how much it's going to move basically in the next 2 days. It could easily just consolidate, but we'll still look for trades. We've had corkers on this. So what's happened on the dailies then? So the daily range for me is this. We closed bullish. I would have took this daily. You've had a bottom wick. So you've had 2 candles now. We had an S play, and that's where we took our trade from yesterday. Okay, 5.5 to 1 or whatever it was. That's where we took our trade. Then we closed bullish. So you've now had, this is what we call a double nest play. What range are we in? Even though we've closed bullish, we're still in this range, aren't we? Because you had the bearish one still respecting, and then the bullish one is obviously still respecting. So yeah, we should be coming up to break these highs now if the weekly is going to drive. But we've got to understand and take into consideration, yes, the daily looks like it could do it, but on the weekly, we know the weekly can just hover around these levels. So what we might get today is maybe a breakout on the daily, and then maybe a nest play on the Friday daily, which that would be a nest play because you'd have a new range here, and then that would make the weekly look, where's the weekly? Look like, like that, which would be the bottom way. That would make the weekly look like that, and close like that. So if we think, okay, that's what could happen, how can we get trades? Well, we can only get trades from here to maybe here, or maybe the high. And then on Friday, we're probably thinking, okay, well, the weekly can easily stay around these levels. Could we take some sells back down to retest this level? And that's how you work out. That is literally your top-down analysis. That's all you're doing. You're constantly questioning everything. You're like an investigator. Even though I can't even spell investigator.
Investigators.
Investigators, yeah. And when people say it, I had someone say to me the other day, he went, oh, it was a guy who saw our game with, and he was like, oh, are you the guy who does the Forex on social media? Who trades? I went, yeah. And he's like, oh, I couldn't do that. I'm crap with maths. I'm crap at maths. Crap at that. And that's saying I'm crap at maths. Like, I'm crap at maths, mate. Like, trust me. You don't need maths.
You don't need to be good at maths.
So if we look left and go, okay, what has the dailies done in the past? So I'm just saying that we could get a nest play on the daily. But if we look at this daily here, you got a daily bullish close, then you got a small daily. So could that be the Friday one? Could we get a small doji? I don't know, but at the moment we've got to be careful on NAS at the minute, because I'm not sure it's going to drive as such. So we come down, but obviously we're still going to try and find a trade. You know, we can grab trade. I mean, the gold 16 to 1, or was it 14 on it? That was on a 5 minute candle. And it's just because we had a swoop entry. It was just a perfect point. So the 4 was closed bullish. Did the 4? I'm going to leave this purple as this is our daily / weekly zone. So I'm not sure that's my forward zone. I think that has to be my forward zone. You've got random wick to the area. So best fit, random wick to the area. You got body the candles, random wicks to the area. So that's definitely my forward zone. Another body the candle from the upside. So I think if we get a forward close above and I get a steep bottom wick, I'd be interested in buys up. We haven't done that yet. You've still got an hour and 15 left of this 4. As for the 2 is close respecting, or could the daily come back down? I don't know where that takes sells down. This is the thing. But if you look at the 2 and you look at all the times the 2 is closed respecting here, so if we close bearish on the 2, that would be the 4 closing. Depends where it closes. But let's say it closes like this. If the 4 closes bearish in an hour and 15, can we come back down? We don't tend to drive down. Nah, I wouldn't take it. Look at that. 4 bearish close, bullish. This is an awful area, guys. We might have to leave it unless we get a forward close above 25273. Let's have a look at all the times when the forward close above here. So we've got forward close, you push to there. You got this one came back into the air, this one pushed to there. This one pushed to there. Then you've got this one pushed. Oh my god. there.
We'll have that one, please.
Yeah. That one pushed to there. This one pushed to. Well, I'll put here, but I'm just looking at significant pullbacks. So we'll just say there, but does push through. Oh, 2 minutes.
No worries.
Hello. Hey, Clay. All right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Would it pass the MOT without it? Oh yeah, you've got to have that light off. Because it's been driving fine, you know. I've been driving it. There's just not much power. Yeah. Right. You are? How long? I can probably get away with it today. You can keep it today. Ah, right. What? How long for the parts to come? And... Ah, right, okay. Is it? Because it needs MOT. It's got jobs on Friday, but Friday I'll probably move. Probably move them. What you like next week? Yeah. 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 Okay. Yeah. Let us know the cost as well if you don't mind. If you have a rough idea. Yeah. Okay. Nice one. Cheers, Clip. Bloody man, MOT. Yeah. Anyway, so then that came to there. This one came to this one faked out but still tapped up to this level. What's nice is what we're seeing is when you get a forward close, you do tend to push to at least 25386. 100% of the time it's looking. This one came to there. This one came right back up. This one came straight through. That's a gap, and I believe that's all we've got. So what we do now is we've worked out when you get a forward close, they all push to at least this level here, right? I think, let's look left, make sure that's the smallest one, maybe not. So they all 100% push to the smallest box, which is here, after a forward close, right? So if we get a forward close above here, and we don't tap this, we could take the buys up to here, that's our advantage point. What happens with the bottom? How far does the bottom wick go? Bottom wick only comes to there, so we'll mark that up. So this is how I mark up where do my stops go. This one comes to there. That one only comes to there. That one flies. This one again only comes to there. Forward close goes. Forward close, bottom wick. Where the bottom wick goes, so bottom wick might have to go to there. Is that all we've got? Okay, so that's all we've got. So stops would have to be 25211, but that's only happened once. The rest of them, it only you can see you can either have stops there or you can have stops there. But if you have stops there and you get stopped out, you know because one time it comes further down. Right? But so if we look and go, okay, how many does it come to there? Well, 100% they come to there, so that could be our risk free. And then a lot of the time they then push to this level. So there's one what doesn't. But then the next level is this, so could we take partial there? And this one's come to here. So could we take some more partial there? And the next one comes to here. You're going through at that point, aren't you? So that's what you're looking at. That's how I work out my levels. That's how I work out how, when we take partial and all that good stuff. So that's what I'd be after, really. If the 4, I'm not interested in sells down because the dailies. But if we get a as above, it would have to be a forward closure. With a little bottom wick. This would be go risk free. Risk free. This would be my take partial. Or you could take partial there if you wanted to. It's up to you. This would be my take partial, and then I'd start taking more partial, because if you think about it, the odds get less and less. 1, 2, only 2 times you drive straight through to these levels, but that would be your full TP technically. But if you look probability wise, only 2 times it comes to here, and then sorry, 4 times it comes to here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times it comes to this one. So that's where I'd probably end up taking 90% out of the trade. 25518 out of that. Okay, so that's what I'm after, really. Forward close above. So we'll come back in an hour's time, see where the 4 closes. But other than that, I can't really touch NAS. So I think we're gonna have to go back to gold. We can do a top down on EU as well shortly. What's happened with that 15? What did the 15 do? Oh, you little. Look at that, Dan. Look, that would have been lovely. So this wing back's not happening. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. Delete. 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 Delete this one. If we get if this 30 closes like this and I get a steep bottom wick, I might have a buy stop off the 30. So that would be the hour break now. Is that the 4? It's not the 4, is it? That means there's 1 hour left of the 4, and if the 4 is going to flip, it's going to have to do it with the next hour. So if this hour closes like this, as it is now, could we take the buys up? Oh, tricky. Tricky. Be careful this here, because this is lining up for a fake out straight back down here. This 30. Look at that 30. This is lining up for that. Does it a lot. We're going off at the 4 could potentially flip. Is the 4 going to flip, or are we still respecting this level? That's the question. Are we going to close bearish here? And if we are going to close bearish, I was respecting this. that because we need to pop up, break the high? That's the case. Means the 4 is going to stay here, and then the new 4 bottom wick. That's where we got that one back from. Yeah, we're a bit stuck at the minute. Oh, the only thing we can do is get a buy stop off the 4, but there's no point putting it on, if that makes sense. We might as well just wait for price to show us that it's going to break them highs and then either market execute or... Oh. What are you doing? What are you doing? 15 would be the one. Tell you what, if the one does this, right, causes like this, I get a pullback to if the one can pull back to this for me, if the one can pull back to there, I'll have a buy stop above, and my stops will be back below this level. So it'll be tight stops. Oh, look at the 15 now. You're naughty. You are naughty. The more this pushes, the more the pullback could be like that, because that's technically the 15 zone.
Yeah.
What are you doing? I'm just waiting about that 30. There's our advantage point there. What are you doing? That wing back would have been nice down, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we've got 1 minute left, so get it ready. Okay, so let's see what this does here. Where would the 30 pull back to? So see how it's dropping a bit now, so we'll get pull back here. 15's got a close breakout for me though. Ideally 15 close above that. And then a pullback, and then we'll have a buy stop above. The 15 has to close above that, I would think. Again, the 1 hour's broke out. It's all on the 4. What is the 4 going to do? That's what we're trying to work out. Is the 4 going to close bearish? Is the 4 going to flip and push up? If the 4 is going to flip and push up, it should flip and come and fill the range. Now, can this 1 hour come, the next 1 hour come and fill the range with the next 1 hour? Well, yeah, it can. Look at these. So it definitely can. Just trying to work out where would my stops be. Look at this 15 now. Are you winding me up? So if the 15 doesn't break out, I'm gonna need another pullback. I'm gonna need a pullback. At least to here. The 1's broke out, technically. But the 15 hasn't. It's pretty dangerous, this. What you thinking, Dan? I don't like how that 15's closed.
Nah.
But the 1 is broke out, and technically the 1's clean traffic range up. If yes, I've got a pullback here, wait for a steeper pullback because this 30 is definitely perfect breakout material. So we pull back to that area now. I don't like the 15. I don't know whether I'm going to take it. Look above here. Have we closed respecting this level in the past and then drove up? But this one broke up and then drove up, so no. What if we take this one back here? Oh, 5063. That could be the 30 faking out. I don't like that, guys. Take it.
Oh, Andre's on.
100!
Good
What are you
morning.
doing, 100?
Morning.
This could easily drive though, Dan. It could easily drive down the 15, but it's just put me off. The pullback was perfect. Look how it's tapped there. Just can't do that. How are you doing, Andre?
Yeah, for that itself.
You missed some corkers yesterday.
I saw. Damn, got it.
We had a 14 to 1 on gold, and then NAS pushed for 5.5 to 1.
Yeah.
But the 14 to 1 on gold was like really nice.
Yeah.
How are you getting on?
It's a rough week.
Yeah. But this is why, like last week, like when I said I could have a little step back, took a few losses, you've just got to reset.
Yeah.
And this is why, like, if you need money, Forex is hard if you need the money.
Yeah.
Because you force it. I'm not saying you need the money at all, but what I'm saying is for people who are listening, because people who need money, they feel like they've got to be on the charts every day, even when they're taking losses. They're like desperate for the money, and it doesn't really work like that. But yeah, it was a tough week last week. It was. So I'm with you on that one. Look at this here. We nearly got in there, but the 15 didn't land how we wanted it to land. We technically could have had a buy stop on the 4. The 4 would flip. This 4 could easily flip to the upside to come and fill the range up here. But we've been trying to see if we can get a better entry. So yeah, have you had anything this morning?
No.
Nishka Mushka. That's what we say where I'm from. Nishka Mushka. It means nothing.
Nada. Not a niche, not a nair.
Look at this now. Nals, we're waiting on at least a forward close above, which we might get in 55 minutes. We're looking at coming to at least 25335. 100% of the time you come and tap that. And then take past 25433 if we want to drive, but you could easily come back down and get stopped at break even. Quite tight stops as well. So we can't do it now until 10 o'clock on NAS. And then on gold, the first thing we've seen is 2 forward candles with not much top wick, so we're expecting this 4 to flip to the upside. We just missed a wing back buy. Literally we had a wing back buy.
It'll be 200 pips deep now.
Yeah, our wing back buy was here. It just missed us.
I had an entry missed yesterday like that as well by less than fraction of a
Yeah.
And then it went up to TP and so on. But what's nice now, we know with this entry, which it's off the London open and stuff.
Yeah.
If it misses you like that and it goes to hit your TP, then you cancel your payment.
Yeah.
Because the odds because when it comes back, it splashes through, which it then did. So my live accounts, well, I'm down, but I've managed them the way they should. So now on them it's just the stats. Just
Yeah.
I've done stupid things on challenges.
Yeah. This is what I try to say to people as well. Like when they're down on their lives or they're funded, like it's like normal. Like normal.
Let's just go back to the backtest results and it's like, okay, yeah, this is normal, you know.
Yeah,
you're gonna have 3 more consecutive losses, you know.
Yeah, I think when you've brought accounts back from like 7% down, which Dan's gonna do on his phase 2
again.
Imagine the power that and belief what that instills in you. You're always going to remember, well, I brought an account back from 7% down, so being 2% down on this new live account is nothing. So it's sort of, I think the main key ingredient to being profitable of trading is experience, and unfortunately no courses or quick fast track courses can help you get that. You've got to go through the pain yourself, which they don't tell you that when you're selling courses.
You
gotta feel the pain. You gotta feel the pain. And this is why I always go back to, look, I cannot listen to someone who's been trading 6 months.
Yeah. You don't know enough.
Yeah. Especially when they're selling signals, it knocks me sick. Knocks me sick. But each their own. Look at this now, Dan.
That would have been a nice one.
Yeah, it was a weird one, this, because 15 close respecting, right? But the 30 was line off a perfect fake out back down. So that was 2 things what put me off. But I know the hour it broke out, and the hour was technically clean traffic up. So, but there was just too much contradiction for me. As long as this 2 doesn't drive, if we get a bullish 2-hour close and we don't break the high, that's it. We could just get in. Because if the 2 closes bullish, there's only one place to go, and that's because it needs to break this high. But if this 2 breaks the high, then yeah, you're in the next range, and you know you should be coming up to fill the range. But or you could just get a buy stop on that 4, but there's only 1 hour left of this 4, so I would rather not, because if this 4 closes bearish, right, then we've got to be careful, because if you close bearish on this 4, that means you're respecting this level, and you've had 2 candles, you've had a double nest play to the downside. So the new 4 can easily top wick, break the high, and then flip to come back down.
Yeah.
So I think I'd rather just wait for, see where the 4 lands, or the 1 basically. If the 1 closes above here, we'll look at buys up, and that technically would just be our buy stop from the 4. Yeah, that's what I'm after. Let's have a look at the hour. So 1 hour close above, 1 hour close above, you tap, 1 hour close above, you come through, straight through, 1 hour close above, through, straight through. So yeah, 1 hour, this comes to this level and rejects. So I might have to bring that down to there, to there.
There you go.
I don't like that. This 1 hour, tap this level. Let's mark this up. This would have to be our go risk free. Would be my go risk free. But this is more about where we're expecting basically the daily to flip, and if the daily flips, where are we going? We literally could be coming up to these levels, 5186. That's what it is. But I am a bit wary still. We haven't had that much bottom wick. So, and I think the 4's probably going to tell us what it's going to do. If this 4 closes bearish, you'll probably find that, okay, you're probably going to get a top wick on the new 4. You might even come up to there, but I can see that flipping to come down to do the bottom wick for the daily before then coming back up. And then that'll be the one where New York sends the daily up. So that's what we're trying to work out. Are we going to flip in London session? If so, this 4 should flip and we start driving. Or if this 4 closes bearish, that's probably going to tell us London's going to be bearish, and then New York will send it
To the moon.
tip moon, lad.
To the moon.
Yeah. So it hit our vantage point, Dan. Unfortunately, we didn't get in on that, did we? Let's took the advantage point away now. Got to one. We've got to one on his own.
Yes, that would have been a lovely trade.
So yeah, I need an hour close above here. Would prefer to get in earlier though, definitely. Guess we get that bloody fair count. It's either 1 hour close above or you print bullish on the 2. I don't know why I would do that actually, because the 4 is bearish. Tricky. Oh, I love failing MOTs. Can we get a 1 hour close above? Did you get the snow last night, Dan?
Nah,
No.
nothing up here.
We have literally just rained every day. Rain. To the point where you look out the window and you're just like, you're just fed up. So, like, I love the rain. I love fishing in the rain and that, but it's just constant.
But for just existing,
Yeah.
like a little bit of sun, please. Yeah, snow potentially tomorrow and Sunday up here. But loads of rain as well, so it's going to be just sleet, isn't it? Cold.
It's cold.
Wet.
Died with sleet.
Sideways sleet. Oh.
That 15 was a lovely close.
Mm.
It tapped our pullback spot on. So my pullback was here. Tapped, then flipped. What are you going to do now?
Tap and flip.
We do love a tap and flip.
Yeah, we do.
Tap and flip.
Tap and flip, buddy. Tap and flip.
Lovely double bottom if that's what you're into.
But hey. Just one will do, mate.
But Dan, what we learning? We
What,
don't have to catch a trade every day, do we?
No.
I didn't
do
trade
not.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. A fantastic trade, 14 to 1. or 60, I can't remember which one. 14 or 16, go on. So you don't
We are
need
in price action.
yeah. And we're back in profit now on stream, which is nice. So we've had 100% profitable month so far on stream, which is really nice. I think after once this is full, I think we're gonna put £1,000 in an account live. I think that's what I'm gonna do. But I'm going to explain that you could do it with 100, because what we'd be doing with the £1,000, I'd be risking 20% a trade until we get it up to a certain level, like £5,000, and then start lowering the risk. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So, and it's the same with 100. So if you had 100, because I've done this many a times, put 100 quid in account, yeah, you risk 20%, £20 per trade. You've got about 4 trades, say, or you've got no leverage left. And you just flip the account. That's it. Fairly straightforward, really. So I think that's what we're going to do next time on stream.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah, and we're going to try and take it all the way up for the year and just see where we are at the end of the year with £1,000. Could be at $1 million.
I'll stick 100 quid in that.
Yeah, and the thing is, I do prefer live accounts because I'm trading my live accounts now, so I've been building them up.
Yeah.
It's nice because you can just do whatever you want. Where prop firms, you've got to wait for certain dates, you've got to stay within the rules. You can, on your live, you can do what you want technically.
Oh mate, I found a prop firm, I think called Hive funding or something. And when you're funded, then you can request immediate payouts.
Or even like first trade.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And they do it via MetaMask, so crypto.
Oh, really?
And
Yeah.
within a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I follow this one guy on Instagram, and he tests all his accounts, his firms and stuff, and gives honest feedback.
What do they pay in?
Say again?
What do they pay in if it's crypto?
I'm going to assume it's US dollar term.
USD to
It's fiat currency, and then you just have to send it to
Ah, right, okay.
like a.
Yeah, see, I prefer that.
Yeah.
You know why? I'm not going to say it.
Because you can move it into your. It's got nothing to do
Car
with
wash business.
taxes.
Oh, Dan, don't say that word.
Don't say the T word.
Dirty mouth.
The government will be listening.
Do you know what it is, though, Andre? I just don't trust prop firms. I'm picky with what prop firms I use because I've had loads of different prop firms where I've got accounts because they're cheap, right?
Yeah.
And they just haven't paid out. They won't pay out.
This one's not cheap. It's the same price as the moment.
Is it? Well, that's a good sign, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because people think, I'm not going FTMO, it's expensive. Do you want to get paid out though? Do you want to know if
exactly.
FTMO don't pay out? I've never had any dramas with FTMO.
But
then again,
they're so quick. I
Yeah.
claimed one on Friday,
Yeah.
and then over the weekend nothing happened, and then Monday morning they're like, cool, now process it, and then the next day,
Yeah.
it's in my account.
Yeah.
It's, they are so good.
Yeah.
And then always send an email as well a couple of days later, hey, you get your money, you know?
Yeah. Just a check up.
So top one, these consistency rules. So I went for a payout with the top one. I was testing this account, and obviously you have to hit the consistency rule. So you've got to make that a bit high. I'm up nearly $3,000 on that one. So it says I've got to hit because one trade was like $700, and it was only 700. It was actually by mistake. By mistake. My TP was just further than where I wanted it basically. But yeah, so I've got to get that to $5,000 for a payout consistent and keep the. So on that one, I can't make more than to level it out more than $450 per trade. So just to get the payout on it. But the thing is, you don't mind, because when you get the point where you've got different accounts all running, the payout dates are sort of different. You get paid out from different accounts. But yeah, but going back to prop firms, obviously anyone can have a prop firm now. So you've just got to be careful with them. I'm hoping my Forex funds comes back, because I had no problems with my Forex funds for payouts. That was the one where...
Oh, yeah, they had to close down because of some...
Yeah, well, they're back now, so it all got dropped and they got their money back. They've made an announcement that they're coming back. I'm just hoping they give the live accounts back.
Yeah.
Because they're not out of pocket, because they basically covered all their losses for the courts, so they're not technically not our losses. So you would think, if you want to build sort of loyalty back up.
Well, I was going to say that's the key, isn't it? It's the loyalty
of
the people who were with you beforehand. If you want to stand a chance of coming back as a big company, you have to honour the loyalty that people showed and say, right, okay, well, if you want to come back, we're going to start you off. Maybe it's not where it was financially, and just say, from square one, you've got a free account. This is what you were on. Go through whatever processes you need to go through again.
They've come back, Dan, and said in the guy's interview, the owner, he's come back and said, look, all got dropped. It was all false, and we didn't do anything wrong. And we're coming back, get ready for updates. But in that first intro, he said, if you would do a payout, they'll be getting your payout.
Oh, wow.
So that's really good of them.
So then they should be able to set, because they'll have everything on record then, of what people's account statuses were, profit-wise.
But is that them creating their loyalty back, but saying, look, you're going to get your payout what you're here, but we can't give you your live accounts back? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping,
wait and find out.
If I put myself in their shoes, I would give all the live accounts back. That's what I would do. But then you've got people who were on challenges, on phase 2s and things like that. Did they get that where they were? How does it work? But that'll be another 100k.
Nice.
We're not breaking above here, are we? Not yet. You've got 30 minutes left. This is what I'm saying with that 4. You think if that 4 was going to flip and drive, Dan, this 1 hour would be shooting up now.
Yeah. So this is what we were saying, if we'd got in and put a buy stop above,
you might have been activated and locked down.
It would have definitely been activated. No, in fact, no, because we're going to put it above the wick of the other one, weren't we?
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's not activated, but it would have been close. Or activated and back into drawdown, so... Yeah. Good shout. My consistency score on FTMO is 92%.
Fucking hell.
Wow.
That's really good, Dan.
That's really considering good. Where I am on the account.
Yeah.
Like, I look at that and just like, is it though?
But
it tells things consistently bad.
That's it. I might message them and just be like, is it good or is it bad? It's a discipline score, so it says very good, but I don't feel it.
I don't see it. Well, tell Andre how much you made yesterday.
And you haven't drawn the account, so we consider that really good.
Tell Andre what percentage you made yesterday.
2.3% yesterday.
On that trade.
So two trades.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So that takes us back to, it's sitting at 4.59, so 4.6% down. So
still down, but we're getting
the right side, because it was, like you say, after last week and we're taking a break, it was 7% again. So you know, this is the right side of where I want to be. Just see how the rest of the week plays out.
I needed that break, like.
Yeah, definitely.
I think because Friday was NFP as well, and I just thought, you know what, if I trade Friday, NFP can just fucking kill me. It can kill me.
Well, that's it. I think the mentality that we had at that point as well, we probably would have taken a loss.
Yeah.
as well. So I think it was a great idea.
Was it NFT was yesterday?
Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, it should have been Friday.
It's I know it normally is, but it's all weird. So yesterday was this non-farm employment change,
I can't say.
and then yeah, it's all.
Oh, so it was yesterday.
Yeah,
it
it's
happened
supposed to be the first Friday, isn't it?
I know, yeah, exactly. But maybe it was postponed because they had a mini shutdown, didn't they, for a short one.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Figure out this stuff. So today, well, there's unemployment claims. Tomorrow, CPI.
Tomorrow's CPI.
Yeah.
You can really dance. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't on Monday, Tuesday anyway, but you know what? I need a break here. What made the decisions when I looked at the logbook February? I had 3 losses, quite close together, and then price just wasn't moving how we like it to move.
Yeah.
And I just thought, you know what? I need a bit of a break here. I really want gold and NAS to come down back into some nice ranges. That would be nice. Yeah. So let's see how we get on. Right, well, I'm gonna go and make a brew because we've got 32. I can't do anything unless we get a 4-hour close above on the 4, or we get a 1-hour close above on the 1. Okay, I'm gonna go and make a latte there.
A latte.
A latte there, and I'll be back very shortly. Let me go making a brew.
I will do the same. Fruit.
Be back in a sec, guys.
Yeah.
2 minutes, Andre.
Yeah.
Looking.
Up and down, up and down.
Up and down, Mets. Down. Yeah, it's not look at that. The four's going to close bearish here. The thing is, what might happen with the next four, you might get a top wick and then a flip. The four's never really closed like this. It's not ideal, that, Dan.
Yup.
Yeah. So, if the four closes bearish, right? The only time we've closed bearish in and around these areas is like here. Here. Price, it came down to this level. So could this be this? This is a bit further down. So this is brand new, what we're seeing here. I don't know if it's going to work. If we get a top wick with a new 4, right? If the new 4 can come and break the highs without a bottom wick, then I'll put a sell on. But you'd have to break the highs first, because you could easily come up to these levels and then flip. So we need to break the highs and then sell stop underneath for a flip, but you might get a wick fill first on this. Not really marking it. What's the 4? What's NAS doing? Look at NAS. Not even going to break out that, is it? You have to bring them 4 hours. Both of them are off the 4-hour time frame. It's going to be difficult getting something on a lower time frame. See what this does. $18 minutes. See, this hour can come up. Let's see. Do a bit of admin while we're away.
The Forest have sacked Sean Dyche.
Oh yeah. The thing is though, right? They shouldn't have done that, you know.
Nah.
But I know he's struggling. But if anyone's going to keep it up, it's going to be him. If you were meant to stay up, he'll keep it up. If you were meant to go down, you can't stop it, no matter what you do. So you might as well stay with the chance of staying up. Who are they going to get now? Who's available?
This is it. Omarim.
Oh my god.
No, he's not available. He's got a job in Portugal again.
I see.
Yeah.
Is that where he's at?
He's back in Portugal, I read. So...
I don't know who's available, so I don't know who they're going to get. Like, just get an ex-player in there. What they're going to do? The Premier League's so tight now.
Yeah, I don't know. Just don't know what to do with myself.
Who do you think's going down?
Well, put money on Wolves to go down.
9 points they've got the full season. That is like, they've had 1 win, 6 draws, and 19 losses.
But it's mental. So we went there and drew 0-0. We couldn't break them down.
Yeah.
Which
Liverpool done the same, didn't they?
uh,
Liverpool
Cross,
got some as well.
just done the same as well. So it's mental.
It's so tight. Also, they're definitely down. Then Burnley is on 18 points, right?
I would like to see
9 points away from safety.
Tottenham,
Would you love to see Tottenham go down? I think.
Tottenham, and then Man United. Man United are in like 4th and 45 points.
Yeah. But Tottenham are on 29 points. West Ham, who's 18, so it looks like Wolves and Burnley's going down, right? So there's another slot there for West Ham, Forest, and Tottenham. But West Ham are on a winning streak. They're doing. Oh no, they drew the last game, didn't they? But they've been playing some better football.
But that was against Man U, wasn't it? 1-1, and they scored late on. Man U.
So they drew with Man U, and then they won, and then they lost, and then they won, then they won. So they have got a bit of momentum. Forest are on 27 points. So literally 3 points away, and Tottenham on 29. Leeds are on 30. So even you can't even rule out Leeds. We've still got loads of games left.
Wait.
It's so tight, isn't it? We're on 36 points. And 5th spot is 44 points. Oh.
We should be on way more points.
Oh, no, we should.
But
Is it the 4 hour 15 minutes?
Oh, no, is it? Ooh. Yeah, so NAS is a tricky one for me, Andre. I can't really. So I'm bullish on it, but I'm not interested in sells down because we've had a double nest play on the daily. But this is the thing. The weekly, I can't see the weekly driving. So the weekly broke out to the downside, and I can anticipate a fake out back into the area. But if you look where the previous weeklies landed, you only landed there. So I'll put it down that I can see us sort of consolidating the next 2 days. But if the weekly closes back above, then I'm interested in buys up for next week and all-time highs at that point because we've now got liquidity. But I don't think we're going to drive. This is the thing. So I think we can really just consolidate. But yeah, I'm not interested in sells down. If the 4 closes above, probability wise, we're very likely to come to this, but I'm not sure we'll drive past it. If we do, we do. But I think we're going to stay in around these levels when Friday closes. That's what I've got going on. So yeah, NAS is a bit okay. If this 4 doesn't close above and gold doesn't close above, well, gold we can potentially sell down because the daily Yes, the dailies broke out to the upside, but yesterday I wanted this steeper bottom wick and we haven't had it. So this daily can easily come down and create that bottom wick what we want for us, because we haven't retested this zone enough for me. So if the 4 closes bearish and then I get a top wick, we might have sells to come down. So it's a weird one, but the daily could easily flip. Look at this 4. The thing with the way this 4, if this 4 closes like this, we're more likely to get a bottom wick first to 50% and then come up and tap and then maybe flip back down. This is the nightmare of it, because the 4 hasn't brought, it's still respecting this level. So it's a very tricky one, really. Don't like it. Oh, good. Yeah, exactly. Exactly that. I mean, flipping back up here. Alright, we've got 9 minutes left. Can the 1 close above? That is the question.
Place your bets now.
For the next race. Remember that from the arcades? The little horse racing thing. Place your bets now for the next race. Oh, look at this. Oh, 4's flipped. 4 has flipped.
What was that all about?
Oh, is it gonna pop? Oh, where are you gonna pop here? No way goes it. This comes up and taps this, that's gonna annoy me. I don't like this area though. I know I said I want a 1 hour close above here, but if you look at the 4, but it's only ever happened once. But still, you still come up. But it's a case of when the new 4 opens, are you going to pop up first? Are you going to give us a pullback? Going to pop up first and then flip maybe? It's a real tricky one at the minute on calls.
I don't like it when it just jumps like that. Just like, what? Nope. Unless you're already in a trade and that's the direction that you're going anyway, then it's fine.
Yeah.
But currently, I don't like that shit. Stop that. It's still gonna close below it. It's just like that. Thank you.
I mean, if the 1 does close respecting, could we look at maybe? What's that? If the 1 closes respecting, would that be the 4 still bullish? Yeah, probably would. Could we then pull back to maybe this level here?
For a wing back.
For a wing back.
Ooh.
Just, I'm not sure you're going to pull that far back. I think we had this marked up at the start, didn't we? But we didn't take it.
Yeah.
With 15, it drove straight through. Yeah, it did. But it would have played out if we had stops were a bit lower, but not really. Oh, potential wing back here. 4 closes respecting. It's a daily flipping then. Look at the daily. Originally we had a buy stop above the 4. So you would have been activated now. But you're not driving as such, so that would worry you a bit. I tell you, what I would be interested in, right? Is if the 4 closes respecting this. If the 4 closes respecting that. And we push up with no bottom wick. Could we then get a sell stop on? I sort of don't want the one to break out. Weirdly. So the 4 doesn't line up. You've got 2 areas on the 4. You've got this area where you would break above. And then you've got this area. I'm gonna have to wait and see how it opens. Wait, let me get rid of all this. Do this again. So monthly can go anywhere. Weekly again closed. Bullish. We haven't had a bottom wick to retest. We did on this daily. That's about it. Then you come down to the 4 hour. This is zones on the 4 hour. So for me, zone on the 4 hour is there's a 4 hour zone there. Or there's a 4 hour zone there. But you break through, this one close respecting, you get random wick to the end, this one breaks through. So the 4 hour ranges are awful. Because you don't know which one that you've got one there. You've got one there. And what's that one? You've got one there. So that is the 4 hour range. Bullish. If we get rid of this, technically we should be coming straight through to 5101 on the 4. We've had a bottom wick, then we're closing doji. Why are we closing doji? We're closing doji
because it doesn't know what it wants to do.
This closes doji, I can actually see it coming back down. But it might break the highs first. Because you've got another 4 hour level. You've got like one here, where you're getting random wicks to the area. Or like that. I'm just not liking the levels. So it's hard to work it out. Let's go to the 3 hour, see what the 3 is telling us. So the 3 hour level is maybe that. Rejection, rejection, then nothing else fits. Stay there. 2 hour.
Oh, we'll flip back bearish.
So this is the 2 hour here. That's the 2 hour zone that. So if the 2 closes like this and then you get a bottom wick, I'd need a bottom wick to the body at least. then yeah, we could do that. So the 2 hour probably looks the best. Yeah, I would probably say that. So if this 2 closes like this, and I get a bottom wick to a body, even though the 2 hasn't broke out, but we're still bullish. There's no reason to close bullish on the 2 unless you're coming up to fill the range. I wouldn't say. So yeah, I need a pullback to here and I'll have a buy stop above the 2. So yeah, I think that's the only way I'd get in. The 1 hasn't broke above anyway, has it?
No.
It's a forward closing bearish though.
Yeah.
But that would make sense with a 50% wick fill on the pullback. So if this 4 can open up first for us, push down, there's a 50% wick fill, there's the pullback on the 2. Then would I take the buy, knowing that the 4 is bearish? I think I probably would, you know. But the 4's got to come down to here. Retest. Why did you print bearish though? That's what I'm questioning. Why did you print bearish? Why did we need to print bearish here? If this was the fake out, technically below this level on the floor, and you broke back in, then why did you print bearish when you would just carry on, wouldn't you? I mean, you broke the low again there, so why did you print bearish? We're in an area where this 4 can do anything. Trying to work out what I can do now. If let's say we're looking at, let's say the 4 comes up, could we maybe take wing back sell here if the 4 does come up here, right? And I'm looking at this one, I'm looking at all these really where they reject, but then yeah, that's the daily flipping. So is the daily going to drive? So it could really catch it out. So are you willing to put a trade on? Are you willing to risk anything to see if you're right? If the 4 is going to flip to the downside, what would be my stops? So if we pull back to here, we can have buy stops above. If we push straight up, we could potentially have sellers from 5102 with stops. Ideally, you'd want your stops above that, just to cover this little area. Don't know, Dan.
Oh no.
Feel good, is it? And this is a 4 hour waiting on here. So pullback needed for buys up. Or if we pop, could we see ourselves driving through that? Or are we going to tap, retest, then go? Or we're going to tap and then flip on the 4? What news have we got today?
Just don't know.
1/2. DPI on me. I don't know. I think I'm going to leave it, Dan.
Yeah.
We're hardly moving anyway. Like, it's not really doing anything. How did the 4 close on this one? Bang at it. Bang at it. So that's not not to say the next 4 can break out. It can. Close literally bang at it. Oh god. Let's have a quick look at EU. So the monthly's filled its range now. This is a bit of a shitter. Doesn't help us. Weekly printed bears, that was it. So that was the weekly range we were stuck in. Is this weekly gonna flip? Daily is bearish, man. Weekly could flip at any point. You've got no bottom wick on this weekly, but we didn't break back below, so this could easily just be a retest. We print bullish and then we start moving up. Oh yeah, this weekly can easy stay bullish. Oh, fuck that, I'm not touching it. What have we got on?
Nothing.
XRP's hitting my raw zone now, which is nice. Oh man, I'm gonna call it done. There's no point. I can't really do anything. I needed that 4. The only thing we've got is that 4. But I really don't know what's going to happen with the 4. You can come down for that daily bottom wick. But the way we're moving, I just don't know if we've got enough liquidity on the daily. So there's the daily retest zone here. But also then the daily can flip to the upside at any point. So yeah, you could look at sell, get in on a sell, and the daily decides to wants to flip now. Very tricky. I probably would take a 4 close below here, but then you'd need a steep top wick. So sells below here on a 4, but you'd need a steep top wick. But either way, we need to go for 4 hour, and we've got 4 hours left. There's just no point. That'll be 2 o'clock. So, now from me today. I'll be on tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna call it, mate.
See if you can catch something tomorrow. No need to push it.
No need to push it. No need to push it. I'm gonna stay disciplined, don't we? All right. Right, YouTube. Thanks for joining. Yeah. Catch you later. See you tomorrow, 8 AM, same time. Toodaloo. TikTok, thanks for joining. If you want to like and subscribe to the channel on YouTube, hit the link in the description. And then away instant funded account on subscribers. I'll catch you later.
Run away.
That's it.